When you're making humans, make them black, so when they kill you, you can report them.
Racial
profiling.
You know what's sad is that probably work.
Dancing Israelis.
Did they send out another 3-day ban or no?
Not yet.
Well, I haven't been back on since they fucking banned me.
Same here.
I've been spit on since I've gotten on, so.
Yeah, I got back at 11:30 this morning.
Yeah, they are. They're awfully brave now.
I was unbanned like 5 hours ago. I just haven't been on.
Yeah, but I swear to God, like if they ban me for being racist, I'm gonna find a homeless black guy who's Jewish and I'm gonna like use him to be like.
You just described my WoW character.
A homeless black Jew.
Yeah, I'm a black ginger Jew.
It's just RP, bro.
How progressive.
Worse than death.
Healthy roleplay.
Just for the record, I'm not inviting any of you to my Zul'Farrak run later.
Oh.
Whoa, even
It's kind
me?
of toxic. What the
Hey,
fuck?
can I come?
For losers. I don't get it. This whole game, puts race versus race, and like.
Why do you think racial's got nerfed over time?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's all fucking
Yeah,
good.
a difference between the races. That's not PC now, is it?
If you're a black human, you have a racial ability of getting 2 more seconds when you're shot. No, you have like 20 extra fire resistance.
They should give.
Natural
Different
pickpocketing.
dance mode, and that's it.
Like a minus 20 frost.
Their pickpocket skill goes up faster.
No, I think it's the other way around because I die all the time.
It starts at 300.
You can't swim.
Hey, you guys know that barely elected state senators' kids in final.
What?
Is that actually real?
That would be a fucking amazing.
That would be pretty
Actually, fucking funny.
telling.
Look into it. It's
Hey,
true.
Buzz is joining us in a bit, right?
You meet a fucking source. Why do I have
Yes.
to dig up your bullshit?
Yeah, right. Post it.
How would you even find that out?
Autism.
Yeah.
Weaponized
Yeah.
autism.
I have a friend who's a Jew. He told me.
Oh shit, dude.
It must be true.
I was gonna say that's solid information.
All right. Is everyone here?
We're here.
And we'll start in 1 second. Just keep your retardation to a minimum.
Yep.
Hey, meet yourself, please. Okay, I'm in Seattle, so, I'm gonna die tomorrow. Bainey, meet yourself. Is Buzz here?
No.
Okay. Can anyone get in touch with him and see if he's gonna show up?
I am in touch with him.
Say he's gonna show up or no?
He's trying to, but he's having account issues with this whole issue that he had.
Wasn't he on the other Discord fine?
I don't know. I wasn't here.
He was
Yeah,
on
he
last
was.
night, yeah.
He was on the Blondie Discord last night.
Okay. So, just so you guys understand what's going on, this is only about the community right now. The guild name is a non-factor right now for all of us. What happened last night was a few members were in the Discord talking, a lot of the officers were talking about what was going on with the tweet. So we were tracking what was going on with the tweet, and we're listing off the name of people who were about to see this tweet or who were seeing this tweet and retweeting it and interacting. And we were seeing the implications of what may or may not happen to people's jobs in real life. And that's when people started leaving the guild to distance themselves from the situation. As we see it, the Enclave is no longer a guild that we can be a part of for most of these members. And it's only to do with the name. Horrigan is only banned for 3 days. This is pending account review, which means it could be longer, it could be just 3 days. But as of now, we have distanced ourselves and we've moved on to another guild. That is all we've done. We want to keep the community together, but we don't see a way for that to happen in the Enclave. A lot of members around here have been around for a long time, some longer than me, some shorter. But it's not a surprise for some of these people who have noticed that there's been a lot of problems that have been happening over the past 6 months. These problems are not something that we just knee-jerked last night. While the departure was knee-jerk, the action itself was not. These people had been feeling the same way for a long time. They'd felt this way for 6 months. They've been dealing with stuff behind the scenes, trying to keep the guild running. And they honestly tried their best, just like myself. I tried my best. However, as I've said before, there is no future for us in the Enclave, and there's no way that we, as an officer corps...
Hold on, Kaiser, what's going on? In general chat?
This might be the Buzz server, I guess.
Okay, so we're joining the new server. Go ahead.
Alright. Yeah, if you're on the channel, just join it.
Join what?
It.
I love watching the server fill up.
I see what you did with the name.
Oh, do you?
Oh, hey, Buzz.
Hi. What do you see with the name?
You know, the ghost.
Alright, is this the one? I said I was on a plane, man. I'm not changing servers.
Yeah, this is the one.
Alright, sweet, I made it.
Beautiful.
Start here in a couple minutes. Wait for everybody to start flowing in.
Blyance said 18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Cranial damage said balls.
Can you guys cut the shit, please? If you guys aren't on push to talk, just mute yourselves, please.
All right, so the easiest way to begin is I just got an email from Blizzard the other day, and my account was investigated and cleared. I have a 3-day suspension, no permanent ban. That could change at any point in time. But I think the most important thing is establishing whether people want to or do not want to associate and play anymore with me, which is entirely your prerogative. That's what you want to do. I would say that a word to the wise is to consider what the group actually is. When you look back historically at groups such as Atomwaffen or any other actual hate group, there is no hate in the group. If violence is not advocated, there is no attacks on people, there is no personal doxing that goes on or anything of that nature. So to fear reprisals of hate group is completely well justified. It isn't something I would worry too much about. The information that is obviously a planned thing where people are trying to get us, or primarily me, out of World of Warcraft server. And that's totally fine. It's not to be unexpected. But to think, it's also completely reasonable to feel like you are in danger of your jobs and things like that, given the culture of the world and everything else. Being worried about other idiots, I mean, again, I would ask this. So, is this group a hate group? Yes or no?
Hell no.
No.
Okay.
No.
Has this group at any point in time in history ever advocated violence against anybody?
No.
Never. There you go.
Just
So,
Bored.
So this has been the longest standing message. This has been plastered all over our website. Our website has never at any point in time ever had any what's the word I want to use for any advocations of violence against anybody of any sort. So that's all bull hockey. But this is a sign of the world you live in. And one thing is for sure is that it will never stop. And this is what needs to be understood, is it will never stop. So to get things to stop, we can become the tightest, squeakiest, most kid-friendly guild in the world. It will still happen.
Fuck that.
It does not matter. But there are... I firmly believe the reason why I'm not banned. I mean, I could be banned. No, maybe in a few days I'll get banned. But I would say that the tweet has not gotten nearly as much traction as people would hope it would have. And I would also say that it's very obvious that this is an attempt to push an agenda. As we all know, when Jesse Jackson shows up, there's always trouble. And this guy took a screenshot, and it was perfectly worded and framed. But if you pay attention to the screenshot, the guy's not in the Enclave party. He's not in the Enclave raid, but he's in an ACL raid with other people. So isn't that quite clear that somebody's trying to orchestrate something? So that is precisely what it is. I am shocked that I only got a free day after a quote-unquote thorough investigation from Blizzard. I expected a permaban because a permaban is the easiest thing, which may actually happen. You can just get rid of me and there's no problem. The worst case scenario out of this. Hold on 1 second. Somebody's typing. So the worst case scenario is I just get banned. Period. Nothing's going to happen to anybody here. There's no issues where people are going to get screwed over or attacked or anything else. But if anybody's going to have any problems, it's going to be me, not you.
So you already did their investigation, though.
Well, I mean, people aren't going to be happy with that.
I mean, I'm honestly surprised considering, what such a shiner that Blizzard has. I mean, sorry, the Activision's skin suit called Blizzard that they're wearing right now has such a massive PR shiner because of all the Hong Kong shit that they didn't take this easy layup for them to pat themselves in the back with SJ2 points to ban you. I'm honestly surprised.
Well, they still could. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They still could. But I would defy anybody to, because then you have a well, there you go. There's no somebody's talking to me. Oh, and to address as somebody brought up, I have temporarily had the website and Discord removed for the protection of other people, not for anything nefarious. So the purpose behind moving Discord was because that's what we use now. We don't use forum. So we use Discord. Giving the Discord to somebody else, which is what we did, is why there are 189 people. These are plans that are put in place for the worst case scenarios. The website, it's not even needed. It's not even necessary. The website's not. We don't use it. The website was used for the website. Everybody here, especially people here who are truly terrified of things, the website was taken down to protect you from your own post history from 10 or 15 years ago. That's not an issue for me.
Yeah, they're just gonna.
That's not an issue for me. I'm not going to lose any type of work because I said something questionable a year ago. But there are people who apparently, had a tremendous amount of concern, and that is what the things were taken down for. But it's very simple. There's two choices here. The choice is, if this flows over, then the entire guild needs to be completely and totally scrubbed to the point where we don't allow anything of any sort of any type. Essentially, no fun allowed. The second is you simply move on. And that's really the choice is up to you.
Let's move on.
So if you want to move on and make your own guilds, that's on you. But I will say this, is that the origin of the word Enclave is truer now more than ever. And you can understand, well, you don't have to run with tags, but again, there's always going to be the stigma that people think that you're this. It doesn't matter what your name is. It doesn't matter what your guild is. People are going to find out. At the end of the day, if you really care, all you've got is each other. If you really care about this world that we live in, this political world where a joke can be construed as anything other than a joke. If you really want to get
I think I'm in the wrong Discord. Is this the Masturbation Anonymous?
Yes.
It's No Nut November, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
Jonah Hill.
So you've got a couple options. So those are your options. So you can either stick together and say this is a road bump that we can overcome, or you can go ahead and just go ahead and move on and say, well, that's enough for me.
Blowing your nose or what? Yeah, mute your fucking mic.
So I have a question.
Absolutely.
Since we have already had, a partial divide, and several people have gone in several different directions.
What beef bandit? Shut the fuck up.
If we do plan on coalescing, where are we going to do it? What guild are we going to be joining? How are we going to do this?
The same guild that's been around for 20 years. You have a choice now. You can either take a stand and know what this guild's about and what it's always been about, or you just go your separate ways. Because
that's exactly what I wanted to do.
is the way of the future. You listen to me. Listen. This is the way of the future. People here think for a second. I said the last meeting, what did I say to everybody here? There's this idea that I don't like people, that I hate people here. Bullshit. I told you this last meeting. I said I cared about every single fucking person here, from the bottom to the top. You might not think that. You might not feel that. But if I didn't care, would I fucking be here for all this shit? I could fucking disappear and you guys would never hear from me again. You know who gets the fucking heat? I get the heat. I take the heat. That's my job, is to take the heat. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm in charge, because I take the fucking heat. I'm the front man. You guys are here. You help me. You play with me. You support me. You're there when I'm not happy. You're there when I don't feel good. And you're there when I'm great. You're there when the weather's good and when the weather's bad. So you can either take a choice here. There's a choice. There is a choice here. We stick together. We play together. We come back stronger than ever. We change some shit. We change some things, including me. I changed my ways too. But if there is a chance that I'm not banned, and this is all an orchestrated event to try and get us banned, then the best way to fight back is not to give up. The best way to fight back is to say, hey, the Enclave isn't what you're saying it is. This group has everybody from every walk of life. This group has a bunch of people who are have no political affiliation to the guild. There's leftists here, there's rightists here, there's independents here, there's trans people here, there's gay people here, there's black, there's white, there's Chinese, there's friggin' Mexican. Who gives a shit? This has never been a point of the fucking guild. You cannot keep doing what you're doing with the forums. The people that left to find permaband? What? You want me to be mad at you? You think I'm mad at you for leaving? Bolton, do you think I'm mad at anybody here? Do you think I come here and I'm pissed off at people? Everybody has every right to try and protect themselves. But what I'm telling you now is we are now at the forefront of something bigger than a WoW guild. This is more than a WoW guild. This whole guild has been based on what? Not fucking bowing down and not giving in. Yeah, you know what? We had a lot of shenanigans in the past. Absolutely. We most certainly did. And you know what? Everybody here, every one of you here laughed at him. And here we are now in 2019. How many years since 2004? 15-something years since 2004? And we are in a world that is hyper-politicized. We're in a world now where whatever you say can and will be used against you. And do you think running away or apologizing gets you anything? Do you think that running away and saying, I'm sorry, gets you anything? No. They beat you with your sorries. They beat you down, and they go after you. This group has not ever once been any form of hate group. This has been an online gaming guild and a family. It has always been a family. If you really are terrified of your jobs, then play without the tag, or maybe just distance yourself. That's on you. But you know what they always say, right? What do the people say? If you haven't done anything wrong, you got nothing to worry about, right? Nobody here has done anything wrong. We know that doesn't apply, but nobody's done anything wrong here. Some of you people grew up here. Some people grew up here. Some of you people have posts from years 2004, 2005, where you said dumb shit. So what do? We get rid of the forums. Oh, Zave's left because that's his prerogative. Why wouldn't he? Well, he can do what he wants. There's individuals who can make individual choices.
Well, gentlemen, there's excuse me, Horrigan. I'm not going to stay. I enjoyed my time with you guys, and the reason why I'm not going to stay is basically what's been said here versus what actually happened. So I was there that night when the picture was taken and all that shit. At first it was funny, but then it just started going way over, and you didn't stop. And when you have a guild leader who is the sun and everybody orbits around it, and that person doesn't know when he's gone too far, and then says, "Oh, they made a narrative that it wasn't about." Well, I'm going to call bullshit on that. That was the narrative you set for them to take, and you kept pushing it and kept going with it. You kept going with the Jesse Jackson, saying, "Jesse Jackson, get over here." So yeah, they took the narrative you gave them. It escalated from what could have easily been a simple, funny prank. It goes to, oh, let's go get watermelon. Let's go get fried chicken. Let's go get purple drink. And so they took the narrative that you gave them. You gave them that narrative. You can't come back and say, "Oh, I was a ghost," or "Oh, hey,
I was a ghost the entire time."
Oh no, come on, that's bullshit. You know what? I was in the Discord with you. Come on.
Right, of course I could say that though. So what? So now is wearing items in a game racist? Here's the thing that you're getting at.
It's not what you're wearing; it's what you're doing with it.
What was I doing with it?
Parody.
Come on.
I mean, do you not say the N word?
Technically, even if it is like KK related, they're ghosts of the Confederate Army.
Didn't Dave Chappelle dress up as a fucking?
Well, he did as well, but
yeah. I mean, why is
there's
this joke allowed and Buzz is not even?
Yeah, nobody said anything hateful, but this is the thing. This is your prerogative, and you can do what you want to do. But if anybody thinks, go ahead.
I was confused about one thing. Are you implying that someone was trying to set you up, or am I misunderstanding?
I'm implying there's a lot of crocodile tears.
Well, am I misunderstanding then?
Pardon me?
Am I misunderstanding about the whole being set up thing?
No, he wasn't set up.
There was another person that wasn't in their group though.
There's somebody that wasn't in our group that was spamming things, including the. You could talk about the narrative. There was somebody who wasn't in our group and wasn't in our Discord trying to talk about Charleston.
Well, it is true that Jesse Jackson wasn't in our raid group, but it's also true that you say the N-word. So it goes both ways. I can see both points of view, and that's the problem.
Okay, well, with complete respect to you, if you're uncomfortable with that, then there are other guilds you can join. Nobody blames you.
Since when was saying the N-word racist?
Calm down.
Hang on. When did he say the N-word?
Yeah, when?
When he says it all the time on Discord, he was literally saying it earlier on Discord whenever we were at the Halloween event.
Can I respond to that?
Absolutely.
If I call you a faggot, does that make me homophobic?
In this culture.
What if somebody describes something as gay?
meaningless.
What if somebody sing along to their favorite rap song?
Yeah,
What do you
you're talking about intent versus words.
Context.
But
Moses,
I've only been here like 3 weeks, and the only thing I have to say about it is one thing I've noticed in 3 weeks I've been here is like half this guild is just interested in seeing who they can shock each other the most, and that shit I did when I was like 16. Nothing really offends me in life, but when you're literally just trying to find someone to offend, it's like I'm not 14. I'm fucking 44. I don't have time for that shit.
Then you know what? You have a thing called the mute button.
I can't mute a fucking raid.
There's hundreds of people here, man. They're all of all.
But like I said, I mean, I get it. I don't get offended at the fucking words, but just the intent of trying to piss people off.
Right. Well, Horrigan doesn't say the N-word with intent, though. It's
kind of just like gaming culture.
I just acknowledge that. I just acknowledge.
That's
I'm not
fine,
saying
but I
Horrigan's a racist.
Look, I'm not trying to attack Horrigan, but I'm also trying to have this in the most unbiased perspective that I can. So I look at Tapeworm's argument and I see Horrigan's argument, and I can see both sides individually, right? So I'm just simply stating facts. Like, yes, it's true that Jesse Jackson wasn't in our raid, but can you honestly say that you were a ghost when the way that you were behaving on Discord? Like, I respect someone a lot more when they can just come out and truthfully admit everything and put it on the table. And
I'm admitting I went there as a ghost
based on that. But there's gotta be a point when like you're with us and we're your homies, and that denial, like it's almost like it takes away your credibility, right? Because you keep saying that you were a ghost, but we're not dumb, dude. We weren't born yesterday. We can put all those things together.
You're dumb if you actually believe him saying he's a ghost is him fully believing he's a ghost.
Right.
It's clear that he wasn't, but the reason why there's deniability and no one wants to take responsibility for it is because the insane dogpile that took place over a fucking retarded joke costume. It shouldn't have escalated to this.
Talking to those other guilds, you're talking to the people that are with this guild. So the time for pretense is past.
You know what? I don't
Can I
understand
say-
this. The amount of
That's the
virtue, if you're gonna
context.
virtue signal, just leave. If you're gonna virtue signal,
This
fucking
is
leave
the
already.
thing. So, like I said, people are free to do what they want. Moses, so what is your take? Since you're, I hate to put you on the spot. Since you're black, what is your take on this hate guild?
Well, I'm certainly on the spot here now. I'm
Tell us your side.
Let me spin you a yarn here.
Tell us how much you hate it.
Good Horrigan making the black man.
But listen up. We can use language and jokes, and that doesn't mean we're racist. We can all agree on that. A lot of people make jokes like that. That's fine. It could be interpreted as like, oh, I went as a ghost and we did a bunch of racist shit, and it could be interpreted as like he dressed up as a KKK member. Maybe that's the joke. If you want to take it that way, if you want to be super duper literal, if you don't want to accept the subtlety to the kind of humor that he's using, then I don't know what to tell you. But I've been here for 10 years. Nobody here's racist. Yeah.
Who cares about the ghost? My question is why do we fucking divide ourselves? Why is there no accountability for the actions that may have fucking caused people to lose their jobs?
Well, the thing is, that's what he said.
Okay, well,
before.
then I'm
If you
going
want to abide by the narrative.
I'm going to inject this then. If that's the case, then these people maybe never should have called somebody the N-word several years ago on our forums.
I don't know if that's what they're fucking scared of.
Right, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you want to talk about accountability, would you agree that in this world now you can just lose your job by saying the N-word?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay,
I'm not on the team.
and these
What was
people.
that cooking lady's name?
Now let's go ahead and say this: the people that are concerned, that's fine. It's totally valid to be concerned about losing your job. But if you want to talk about accountability, I'm fine. Let's talk about accountability. The people who are concerned about losing their jobs, have they ever once in their life uttered the N-word? And perhaps have they uttered it quite frequently? Perhaps have they even maybe posted it on the forums?
Shit, I mean, I recently lost my job because some person walked past me and heard the word puberty, and they thought I was talking with someone about like the actual birds and the bees. I was talking about how my truck got stolen, and CDs I'd owned since puberty had been stolen.
You know,
they didn't bother they didn't talk to anyone else.
I would just like to say, Ski here.
You live your whole life worried about something you said like 7 to 8 years ago on a forum about people bullshitting about a fucking computer game. You're gonna live scared your whole life.
No, it's a valid thing. That's why
I want to know like what you talked to Zaves about, because we talked to him last night and we talked to him today, and he totally pieced out today. Last night when he talked to us, he said that he was leaving and he was never coming back, that Humble Monk and him took down the website, that they were never going to bring it back. I want to know what you talked to him about, why he was so freaked out, and why he insisted that we leave and do the same.
That's up to him to tell. I have no idea why he insisted that. The other plan was to get rid of the website in case people here try to do investigative reporting to get people who have jobs and find information about those people and look up a post that they might have said.
Yeah, it's literally.
Would you not agree that would be the right course of action?
I agree in equal accountability.
That's if you agree with accountability.
Your actions brought this spot these fucking people, and that's why we're at this crossroads now.
Can I also?
Okay, I'm sorry to talk over you, but you joined this guild. You knew its reputation. You stayed here. You can leave at any time.
So why do we have to have our community threatened? Why do we have to have all of our upper management?
It's not your community.
Worried
Speak
about
for
them?
yourself.
Okay.
Well,
I don't understand this.
It's totally reasonable to feel that the way you feel, and that's fine. Am I here judging anybody on how they feel? I think the question is, it's what people will feel, what they want to feel, and you're not going to change anybody's opinions. You'll never change opinions. If people could change opinions, people would fucking swap from political parties every day. Most people don't. People are now either red or blue. It's a team. It's not an ideologies or teams now.
So what do we do if you're permabanned from the game? What is the course of action then?
If I'm permabanned from the game, then I suggest you all do your own thing, because that seems to be what you want to do. But I would say this is that you are. I say you as the general tense. I would say you're all too worried about what other people say, because you will never change a narrative. It will never change. There's nothing you can do about it.
May I say something?
Go ahead.
So you asked what happened if Buzz got banned from the game. Well, as for me, I'd just probably stop playing. I only really play this for the Enclave, for Buzz.
For some people,
this is a community. Oh, okay. You can. If Buzz gets banned, you can go on and make your own guild. He just said that. You can go on and keep playing, do what you want. But for a large amount of us, Buzz antics included, jokes included, in-jokes included, the history that we have on that forum that some of us are worried about. That's why he deleted it, to protect us. This is not like him going out of control or off the wall. We knew this. You've known Buzz, what, 10 years now? Everyone came in knowing that we're about free speech, that this kind of things can happen. And now we're dealing with this in a professional manner, I feel.
Corrado, even that's a half-truth, though.
Zaves and Humble Monk.
No, we're pulling on Hillary Clinton.
Hey guys, wait 1 second here. Buzz did not take down the website or anything like that. That was Humble Monk. He fucking did all the work, made sure everything was fucking cleansed to save everyone in this guild.
That's great. That's good. That's
and I told Zaves, because he talked to me about this and he called me on a phone. I said, get rid of everything.
I don't know. Maybe Zaves is.
I'm going to double check on that, mate.
Okay. So you don't believe? Okay. So here's the funny thing.
Everything I've been told by Zaves has always been true. So I don't.
So did I tell Zaves to not take down the website?
I wouldn't be able to discuss that. I'm telling you that he has been discussing this for longer than this situation has been around.
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
I woke up at 8:30 in the morning. I was messaged a tweet from no one in this channel, and then I hit and deleted everything from the website. No one told me to do it. I just did it myself. That's the end of it.
My man.
Okay, so that just took away some credibility because Horrigan literally just told us that he had it done.
No, he did not have it done.
Okay, come on,
Okay.
Horrigan.
So I spoke to Zaves. All right, well, Zaves not here. I first heard about this with Zaves, and we discussed a nuclear option, which was getting rid of everything. So Zaves is not here. Zaves and I spoke on the phone.
I mean, who had control of the website and all that stuff? Was it yourself or someone else?
Yes, they have control of the website because I gave them control of the website because I trust these guys to make the right decisions.
But now you're kind of backpedaling because you just
No,
said
I'm
that you were on the phone and you just told him like before he even like it was like okay. go
No,
ahead.
there's two people here. One is Humble Monk. One is Zaves.
Listen,
Humble Monk was the one that deleted
I spoke. The people here now what you're doing is you're starting to grasp. I spoke to Zaves on the phone. We talked to Zaves. We came up with the idea to delete everything, including old PlanetSide videos that had guild chat, had officer chat, old WoW videos that had chats, and everything else.
Buzz, you have control over YouTube, right? And you deleted it, right? As part of we talked with Zaves about. So there you go, right there. Buzz deleted the YouTube. Many of us are on those YouTube videos saying things that could get us in trouble, and Buzz protected us that way. The YouTube is one of those avenues. That wasn't just the website.
So I kind of
Corrado-
wish Zaves was here, frankly, because what Zaves has told us, what Buzz is saying now, what's going on, seems to be two completely different versions of events.
Yeah, I was hearing completely wildly different things. You know, I'm I'm not going to say them here on the off chance that they're true, but people were saying that things were going on, and yeah, it's enough to say that there were wildly different stories being told by different people.
A lot of things have happened, and I would say that this is the latest thing that probably broke the dam, so to speak. And a lot of people made an executive decision to go ahead and leave the game. What I would appreciate is that people keep personal shit to themselves and not be dumb and post personal shit. I would greatly appreciate it if you do that.
Anything about your personal life needs to stay in your fucking personal life. This is a video game. This is video game drama. It stays here in the video.
Well, and this could have been avoided. And I mean, I'm not going to call anyone out, and I'm not going to say that this should even happen in the first place. But if you work in the professional environment and you're in a guild like the Enclave, you need to have a little bit of personal accountability. Don't use the same email. Don't use the same passwords. Don't use the same anything that you're going to use for anything in your personal life or your professional life at all.
Some of these people have been here for
just
18
don't be retarded.
Some of these people have been here for 18 years, and it's never been a problem until now. All my point was that things are changing, and we have done zero to change around that.
Yeah, the tweet does have like 200 likes. It's pretty big.
No, I understand that, but I mean, as Buzz said, and I think everyone is smart enough to realize it, this is the way that the world is going. You can't do what you want. You can't say what you want and not expect a response.
I understand that people are fixated on this one issue, but like I said before, there's a multitude of things that may have happened behind the scenes, and this is just the latest thing that kind of, broke the dam. And a lot of people made their own executive decisions to break up and leave the guild.
There's an entire timeline of classic only.
Now, I am not advocating for everyone to leave or stay. I am saying for people to make up your own decision. People have their... But right now,
You guys realize your
first and
knee-jerk
foremost, I would
reactions to
appreciate it
this
if you don't talk over me.
situation
Thank you.
Brought even more attention to.
Okay, can you shut the fuck up? Thank you.
Let him
I would
talk.
appreciate it if people would leave personal shit personal and leave it at that. That is my only concern and my only issue that I have.
I 100% agree. I think that the timeline that I'm talking about in terms of the last 6 months has been classic. I mean, there was just a few questions. I have never once in the 7 years that I've been here questioned your fucking decisions until class.
Why haven't you spoken with him privately?
It was
we've tried to.
That's not true. I mean, that's not true about fucking not speaking to him. I spoke to him about the Deviant Delight decision, which was obviously a no-go. Why it was even being considered was ridiculous.
No, it wasn't.
Or we're talking about Rageous versus
Yes, it
Kingsman,
was.
the raid. That was
It was up for decision, Arclight.
Yeah. Again, there's a lot more.
It was the server with the better ping, Arclight.
Well, also no queue. Everybody was stuck in queue.
And since we started, and I've never had a problem with this in the 7 years, it has felt like this guild went from being about the people to being solely about what it can do for you, Buzz. That's the only way I've felt about it in the last 6 months. That hammer thing almost pushed me to the brink of quitting with how many people were getting shaken down for fucking gold that you had no intention of paying back.
He's been paying people back. He kept
He's consistently broke.
There's
Tell me not to stop talking.
There's
He had a
plenty
fucking
of people.
massive
Let me finish my point.
No,
Plenty of people
Horrigan,
have not been paid
I
back.
gave Horrigan 120 gold.
Let me finish talking.
Garlic, shut the fuck up. Let
Alright,
him
let
finish
him talk.
talking.
Jesus. There are plenty of people you know damn well that you didn't intend to pay back, that you offered gold, or that you told I need gold and said, "Oh, I'll pay you back," and did not pay back. One of them being that stupid Obsidian fucking Council Guild that I vouched for. I vouched for you and your word and put my name on the line over something you never intended to pay back.
Oh, wait, so this is the same thing that you actually were agreeing with me on, that they were stupid because they misunderstood the deal.
I agree that they were stupid.
Because they misunderstood
but what you
the deal.
did was
wrong.
wrong.
Now you're on your soapbox. I'm going to knock you off here.
This
for
is
a
not a
second, 'cause
soapbox.
I've had a bit of enough of this. The Obsidian Council thing was, and you're also agreement, and with Zaves, that they wanted not only the ingots, but they also for us to pay for the ingots, meaning we gave them ingots and we gave them the gold. That is a ludicrous and ridiculous deal.
You had no intentions of giving them back those ingots because you started posting them in trade, which is
I
what
started
set
posting
him off
them in
the first.
trade when
and
they
then
wanted
I had
the
to
gold.
deal with the guy.
When they wanted the gold and the ingots, I started posting them in trade. But now suddenly the actions of a guild which you said was shit and was going to break up and you don't care about is now suddenly an issue. So I would ask this: who here who sent me money? Who here was paid back by me?
It wasn't. It wasn't just that.
I was.
You got me.
I was about to talk about that. I gave Horrigan 120 gold. I was not expecting it back, honestly. I kind of gave up on it.
I'm not talking about.
And a few days later, I got 120 gold and a Brightwood staff.
So what about the book for Quelserar? What about that book?
I spoke to that guy last night. He offered me the book for 600 gold.
Yeah, where's my gold?
And what?
Did Rob give you the gold?
No.
I got banned, so we can't give you.
No,
the gold.
Rob's been banned, so he can't give you the gold.
I think he's back now, maybe.
Yeah, I'm on the way now.
And how about the cloth that was supposedly for the guild but went towards an e-girl's fucking mouth?
Oh my god.
What about the boots?
The rune cloth? Is that what this is about?
You fucking you people are
every list. Every list. These are just
obsessing over a
lists
fucking video game. A class WoW video game. Are you
Chill out. Chill.
Seriously, chill the fuck out.
This is just a list
Yeah,
of
we
things.
can't have that sort of. We can't have that sort of talk.
These are just a list of things from my perspective that have just seemed like they constantly go downhill and have constantly only been about you rather than the guild and the people. And that's just my perspective.
It has always been.
I am sure
Well,
there's.
I
I'm
also
sure
admit
there's
that I
a
gave
bunch of
I
people
gave
who feel-
Lauren a lot of Mooncloth too. So
Wasn't that for
he is a Negro.
grenades so we could wipe people? Like what the?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't for grenades. It was for rune cloth turn-ins to Althea. But I mean, that's a different thing.
Oh, whatever.
Honestly, who cares what it was for? We always, if we're willing to give it, why?
Yeah,
is it bad? It's
I
not
gave
really
him like
bad.
200 last People week, do and I what did they not want it paid back. I just gave it to him, like whatever. Who
Like
can?
most of us gave people. shit. We
So
don't
is
care.
this about the racism of the tweet, or is this
nobody
about
cares
fucking
about the
loot?
SJ dub.
It's not. It's about loot. This is what it boils down to. I'm out of here.
Well, there's
Jeez,
really
not
no
even
need
playing
to
for
do it.
yourself. Chill out,
So
please.
that's fine. You can control yourself. So there's a thing. So
I just want to hear your perspective. That's all I care about. Is what
what's
you
my
have to say.
perspective? My perspective is we had 4 raids going, and I logged in every day, and I made sure to run BRD and get attunements and get HOJs, and do that pretty much every day for people. I just refuse to run your ult through dungeon. I admit that.
Can I say something?
I don't care about my ult.
I got more help from Buzz, Bone, Anna, and a few others than I ever did from any of the other officers. And I mean, it's fine that you guys want to play together. It's fine that you kind of do your own thing. But I mean, you guys power leveled Tao up through BRD and everything. And, you know, you helped him out and you got him geared, and that's fine and whatever. But aside from Buzz, you don't see any of the other officers running anyone else through BRD, through LBRS, through Ubers, unless there's something in it for themselves.
It was very therapeutic for me to help people level up through BRD, as well as LBRS. It was a very easy thing to do that gave people. I would take a group of 4 people, typically lobies, run them through LBRS, get lots of XP, reset, do the same thing. Take people who are level 40, run them through BRD, do the same thing. It all worked out. So those are things that I did. I think that it's very easy to selectively see things you don't like and to not see things you do like. There are, as a human, there are faults, and we all have them. But it's up to you to decide what it is that you want to do.
Can I just say something? So, I mean, like it or not, Buzz is the face of the guild. And like when people say the Enclave, you know, everyone thinks of Buzz. So, when you give Buzz stuff, it's not just for him. You know, when he has the Hand of Ragnaros, and you know, like just everyone on the server knows it elevates the whole community. It elevates our whole guild.
May
I say something?
I know that jumping on Molten is easy and people do it.
I'm not jumping on Molten.
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying, you know, other people clearly are, though. When I got pulled into the meeting that was happening last night, it was the majority of the active officers in the guild, including some people that have been here a long time, including Zaves, that organized it. If it was just Molten saying these things, I wouldn't put as much stock in it. But it was everybody else that put together a tapestry of what has been going on behind the scenes in your behavior that none of us will share. And it's unfortunate because that provides the necessary context for why a lot of the decisions that were made last night were made the way they were.
Let's hear it.
No, because it's Buzz's personal life, so I will not share it.
My question is, what behavior is going to change so that you don't continue on this path to permaban? Because it seems like we have a pretty fucking solid timeline of things that are just continuing to go downhill.
Just lay low. Pretty simple.
All those guild.
I mean, you said that before, though. You said you would lay low.
And then you went to a costume and definitely tried to start.
And the thing is most of these people here will only follow you. So if you get permaban, most likely what's going to happen is 80% of the people will quit, like Corrado said, and they will only follow you, which is fine. But it seems as though you've been on a direct path to trying to get yourself permabanned while saying, I haven't been on the path doing that. But everything you do contradicts everything. You know,
and another example is, Malorn can sit there and try to assassinate me in chat here, which is fine. What I have said and what I've always said is I want to do what kept the most people together. In light of the things that I was told by people that I trust, including Zaves and other people, that's why I did what I did. It's shitty that people like Malorn are painting us as villains here, leading some kind of fucking psycho charge or being selfish, when the people here will never understand the full details of what happened. But the important thing is that you do, Buzz, and you have, full awareness of what was going on. You have full awareness of what you said to Zaves and why he relayed the things to us that he did. And it's just, we're in a very difficult position out of respect for you to not share those things. But all of those things that happened are what informed our decision.
Yeah, as someone who's been here for over a decade, it's a kind of a microcosm of what's been for the rest of us. Hearing all this shit, literally right now from Buzz, as someone I've been absolutely loyal to, completely, utterly, for over a decade, hearing him say that, knowing what it contradicts in the background, I'm just I was already out anyway in terms of I've heard so much shit it's too much that I can't possibly stay around with Buzz after that. But now hearing how he's saying this despite knowing the other side of it, and what's behind the scenes, I just no respect whatsoever. I'm sorry, man, but
hey, I'm a side from someone who's not 60, been here a long time and I'm not involved in anything because I just don't have the time. Would that be context to be entirely out of the fucking loop here? Because I just all I'm aware of is the tweet and everything else. So am I missing a lot of drama that is going on that I'm not involved in?
If you're not in the up and up, don't worry about it.
Ski here. Yeah,
This conversation should be happening right now in a secluded channel, not in front of the. What I brought up was small stuff.
No, it's actually good to be hearing this because I mean we're part of the guild.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I mean,
just to guys,
We
just
were-
to tone
we
it,
were
just
hoping that Buzz-
let's please just tone it down. Like
We were
I'm only
hoping-
asking for context, and context is given. Okay, that's all I needed. Thanks.
We were hoping that Buzz would talk to us when all this started to happen, and I don't blame Buzz for going to ground like he did. But everything that was done basically through Zaves, as far as we were aware. But there were 20 people in the conversation that are all leaders in this guild that organize the content, that are running the day-to-day operations, that are people that you group with and trust, that are outside of the obvious 2 or 3 people some of you guys are trying to crucify, that painted a complete picture, in my opinion, of what is happening behind the scenes, that is informing the thought process of what has been going on. And it's unfortunate that some of those people are not here right now. It's unfortunate that some people out of ignorance in chat want to bully those people into silence, and that's totally fine. But it's important that, again, Buzz knows what's going on in completion, and whatever he chooses to share is up to him. But what all of you need to know is there is total context for what happened. And Maloran can sit there and try to curry favor and spin it as much as he wants and say that, oh, we should all just take our 30 silver and leave. But if we wanted to fuck the guild, or if we didn't care, that's what most of us would have done a long time ago. We had ownership of the Discord and ownership of the guild. If we wanted to fuck shit up, we would have. But we stood around and discussed it and tried to figure out what to do for the benefit of everybody.
No, it's real simple. Then what do you want from me?
I want you to be better, man.
I mean, that's a fair thing.
Oh, better. Yeah, I don't know why people are laughing. I mean, let him have his opinion.
Do you think I also don't want to be better?
No, I know you do, and
Do you think I thoroughly enjoy the way I currently am?
No, I know you don't, and I know there's a lot going on, and I sympathize with you. We used to talk and be closer than we are now, and I sympathize extremely with your situation. I do. But the things that you've done and the decisions you've made, from my perspective and the perspectives of some other people, haven't put us in a good position, hasn't necessarily put the guild in a good position. And you have a successful guild full of people that care about you, but then you go and do things that cause these kind of controversies that put us all in a tremendously bad position, some more than others. And unfortunately, a lot of the people will never understand that, like the 20 or so people that met last night about it and talked about it for 3 hours. But we know what's going on, and you know what's going on. And that's why I'm saying, like, be better and do better, because I know what you're capable of when you're in your prime and how you are when you're in a positive place. And I just don't. What has happened in the last few months just isn't it.
Yeah, so just kick him while he's down, right?
I'm not kicking him while he's down. I'm doing this because I give a fuck about him.
This is not a This is not a backstabbing at all. I want you to understand that what really happened is, Buzz,
Split the guild
as well
at
as I do. Stop talking, please, just while I'm talking. What we had was a DM, a very, very heart-to-heart DM, and I told you some things that I really meant, and what I wanted was for things to change and for you to potentially take a break and really get to that place that you were ready to be at, so we could play WoW and have fun, and that's what this is all about, is playing the game and having fun. It's in the game. Let's keep it in the game. But your actions have caused this to be a problem for some people outside of the game, which is never what this is meant to be. What we care about is you. We always have. This is not a backstabbing. We've established a line of communication multiple times. We've had this talk multiple times. This is not a first-time thing. This is not out of the blue ordinary.
Oh, you guys
So-
talking shit in chat are very funny. You guys just,
so-
every person that speaks up, you got something to fucking say. Why don't you guys just be quiet, let all of them talk about it, and get the fuck out of here?
Well, I would say this.
I don't know.
Running your mouth too, so
I don't hate anybody here.
It's my first time talking, so
So I think that's something that's not true. I don't hate anybody here.
Maybe you said it in a moment of anger, but
Go ahead
it
and get rid
hurt
of
the
this
shit out of my
O'Shea
feelings.
guy.
So I don't know what to. What I've seen is just absolute disregard for anybody else outside of the fucking game, and it hurts our feelings a lot.
If you disapprove of what we did or how we did it, or you think that we're trying to fucking backstab you or steal your guild,
Did I
or
say
we're
that?
being malicious, I'm not. I'm just saying if you do, or if you harbor those feelings, then we'll leave and it's fine. But we do what we did because we give a shit about everybody,
I don't want
even
anything.
the fucking.
That's really what it
Put it
boils
on
down
Reddit.
to.
It's very presumptive.
That was stupid, and that was a mistake made in the fucking moment, heat in the moment. Just like making the guild, it has nothing to do with.
Perhaps
making the guild
everybody
or
makes
not making
mistakes
the
in a
guild.
moment, myself included, because I'm not infallible.
I agree, but my point is that what I really wanted from you when we came into Classic was to potentially take a and be ready.
Take a what you cut out?
To take a break and come back when you were fully ready to fucking play the game. And some of the stuff that that we've talked about is just terrifying to me to think that any of those things could happen. I care deeply about you, and that's not just for the fucking face of these people. I don't give a fuck about in the total. I care about the guild, but I don't give a fuck about any of these people individually. More or less, I care more about you and your well-being, and your actions have driven people to this this break here, where people feel like they couldn't be a part of the guild because your actions might have real life implications. They can get fired from their jobs. That scares the shit out of those people more than it scares the shit out of me. I'm a fucking neat. That doesn't affect me. I went with them because they were the people who were talking to me, and we know everything else. And all I care about is you.
See, I'm new at this guild, but I've watched this guild since 2003. I played with some of you. You probably don't know me, but that's okay. The only thing I want to say is last guild meeting, Horrigan, you said something how times are changing, and we should kind of keep stuff like that in-house. But like whatever happened. I don't really know the whole story with the whole Halloween event or whatever. I saw pictures. It kind of like exposed that side to the world. And I personally work for a school system, so I can understand how some people feel shook about like connecting to their real life jobs or stuff like that. But there's nothing, and I think we should get back to the old way of how times are changing and just move forward now. And that's the way I look at it.
May
Well
I?
said.
I just want to cut in really quickly and say you should not be talking about your job if you're worried about anything happening to it. And I'm
Also
saying
well
that
said.
out of concern for you, and because I
kind of
don't want
a
anything to
side-
happen to you.
That's an aside to what we're focusing on here. I
Again,
think.
some of these people have been here for almost 2 decades now, and it's never been a problem. What the real life is never never intertwined. And some people have better relationships behind the scenes with certain individuals in the guild than others. There will always be that. Certain people will make better friends amongst others. But my point is that I don't want my friends, these people who I've met playing the game for the last 7 years with this group, to no longer be able to play together because of one person's actions. That's all I care about.
I think
I thought you didn't
Arclight
give a
has
fuck
kind
about
of.
him, though.
I think Arclight has kind of said. I mean, Buzz, you tell everybody what you want to do, and then we should probably all go to a smaller channel.
I mean, the reality is what we assume is that you're going to be permanently banned for what you did because the outrage right now is fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And
Can
at
I
some
say
point,
something about
what
that?
do they
You know
not
what they say about people who assume?
You make an ass out of you and me. I understand
What
where
were
you're
you
going
gonna
with
say,
that.
So, when it comes to the possibility of Buzz being banned, I mean, people join the guild because they don't want to abide by the narrative imposed on us for the things we say. And I mean, if people don't agree with that and they don't feel safe, especially if they don't feel safe, whether in real life or in game, it's okay for them to leave. They're their own person. And if it comes to us, when it comes to Buzz being banned, there just means there's no Enclave on the classic WoW Grobulus server, right?
Which is our
So
point.
we won't stop being a community. And those of us who still want to play the game and raid together, we're going to find a way to do so, even if it means making another guild. And that's entirely okay. If I want to play with you, I'm going to join your guild. I will always, we're friends. We're friends on Discord, friends on Battle.net, or friends in game. We're not banned. We're gonna play.
Can I make one 5-second point?
Yeah.
For people who are trying to put in Horrigan's defense about one issue that you guys have said, and again, I don't know Horrigan from a hole in the ground at this point. I've known him for 3 weeks. One thing you cannot put on him is if you're losing your job over this shit, it ain't because of anything Horrigan did. It's because of shit you did. So take responsibility for your own shit and don't blame him for that. At the very least.
Guild.
I kind of see both points of it, but whatever.
At the end of the day, it's not why the split is
How
happening.
the fuck is any of you guys here going to get in trouble? Even the gentleman that made the point is saying, well, I work for a school district or something like that.
Well, are they going to show you a picture of Horrigan in white clothes and you're going to get fired over that?
Like 3 million
You didn't do nothing. If anything,
Didn't do nothing.
Anybody being reprimanded would be Horrigan. So why would you even?
From what I'm understanding from people are saying is that it's shit they said on the internet.
That's their fault.
When research is done. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not on Horrigan that you guys.
I'm going to say this. I mean, corporations, especially larger ones, are getting really good at connecting the dots, and they're getting also much more. How should I say this? Easily spooked. So the threshold for what is enough to get you fired is lower and lower. And remember that most of America is an at-will employer. They'll just can you. So the whole you didn't do anything wrong. They don't have to. They're just we have a potential that this is going to cause a problem.
Who's going to associate Horrigan to anyone?
This is the same society.
2019. Are you retarded?
See, if that was going to happen, this isn't the screenshot.
The problem is, so we all know the political standing. The problem is you can be in trouble for something that you don't even do. That's the case in point.
You can get, I mean, this is the same group that
I don't want to get hired by a company like that. Then fuck them.
Okay, well, I mean,
well, this is getting a little off topic. But let me go into this. So the bottom line is, what I find funny is usually unacceptable. So to me, things like that are funny. It's always been that way. It's always been the case. So that is my sense of humor. I don't think any of that's racist. I'm not a racist, so I don't really have anything like that. My plan, if I'm not permabanned, just to play the friggin' game.
It's all of our plans.
Well, it seems like some people just want to quit. My point was, why does the guild, not necessarily the name, but obviously we're talking about keeping the community alive. That's our plan, is to just stay on Grobulus regardless of what happens. There is no the Enclave without Buzz in WoW, in terms of WoW guilds. Okay, that guild just goes away. There's no way we're keeping the name without him here.
Right. Well, I also think removing the name and just letting these new, these snowflakes.
There is no harm in making a new name. The entire purpose of fucking leaving was for people to immediately distance themselves and to be able to continue to play. Because most of these people just want to fucking play the game, which is the point.
Well,
right now,
the other thing
banned,
about leaving was
we don't know if that's going to stick or not.
Well, what wasn't helpful was the lack of. Basically, when we needed you most to help sort out what we were supposed to do, Buzz, I mean, we had to go through intermediaries and third parties to kind of get 10% of the information as well, which was not helpful at all.
He was having trouble with. Can I say something about that?
So the advice to wait and see was completely ignored?
Yeah, weird. At 1 a.m. he wasn't available.
Well, he was available at 1 a.m. No, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Okay, well, let me address that. For these people that are saying that Buzz was excluded from the fucking thing, he was trying to get into the server. He's having account issues, obviously, while he's on fucking Ding Dong right now. So there was no fucking cloak and dagger bullshit being had. He was privy to the entire conversation.
I have a question about the whole community as in general. So in the past, we had the server, we had our website and the forums to fall back onto, in case we got banned from, the game or whatever you want to call it. So what if we got banned from Discord? Where do we fall back?
At this point, nowhere.
I believe, I'm not sure. I have to double check this. I believe the mailing list, someone might have that privately separate where no one can find it except that particular person. So people could reconnect, but I don't know that for sure. So that
would be nice to know in case, God forbid something happened.
We will relay that info to you if we find out. I'm pretty sure the mailing list is still a thing.
We'll wing it.
Hey, Buzz, I'd like to kind of
interject my couple cents on this, man.
Absolutely.
This is verboten. Hey, so to throw criticism towards you, man. I guess I understand we all like to shit post and make fun of stuff that we find funny, and the world has changed, and people are sensitive, and outrage, cancel culture is a real thing, and there's always just a small minority of people who find everything to be serially offended by. Like, that's their mission, right? That's their way that they can somehow find some sort of righteousness in place in the world. Whatever, fuck those people. They're always going to be there. But as kind of the leader of the guild, man, I kind of wish that going forward, you kind of regard your position as the leader of the Enclave and kind of take that into account a little bit. Not so much of, whether or not it's funny or appropriate or whatnot, but just kind of your position and the implications that might have on everyone underneath you. We all thought it was funny. I thought it was fucking hilarious, personally. And the fact that a left-wing California, Latino race realist senator likely tweeted about it. This guy's an open borders communist out in California. Fuck him, man. But I know, seriously, I looked at his tweets, man. Fuck that guy. But
really take him so seriously.
that doesn't mean that the minority of the people who are the loudest aren't going to take every opportunity to try to take everyone down, and then they're not going to stop. So I guess my only thing is, with your position as a leader, just take that into account from here going out, which I'm sure you will. But that's all I had to say, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's fair. Be a little more reserved.
Well, the fair thing is, so the thing that I can do is quite simple. If people want to give me a chance to go ahead and make things right, I can do that. So that's on you.
Absolutely.
With you guys.
Yeah.
Are you still banned?
No, I'm suspended. I was suspended after an investigation.
Well, they almost always seem to suspend first, and I've never actually seen an outright ban before.
So the question:
when you get banned, you get banned. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, I've been.
It actually happens first warning.
You are banned. Yes. Wow. I was instantly banned with no warning back in Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah, I was banned for being a bot when I wasn't botting. I was just farming.
Yeah, for all this, I don't know what's going on. What I'm almost thinking about Buzz in the background, but this is a very tame Buzz. Being around for 20 years or 15 years, this is a very tame Buzz. So
I concur.
You want him to not have his fun. I mean, I grant he has to be a little more careful, but we used to not let gnomes in the guild. He would sacrifice you daily.
I mean,
I think he's a much better person now.
I'm a bit more reserved now, but there's reasons for that. But the thing is, if people really want me to go ahead and make changes, then I see no problem with saying it in front of 211 people. Either you're with me and I'm with you, or you're not. I mean, really, the thing is, I got to be with you, not the other way around. So the way I say it is, if you want me, I'm here.
I have a question.
Oh, I want you, baby.
I'm with Horrigan.
What's your question?
Fucking going anywhere.
What, Garland? What do you want?
I mean, I said this earlier today. I joined Classic. I resubbed to WoW exclusively for Classic. I joined Grobulus. I joined some no-name guild that merged with some other no-name guild 2 weeks after I joined it. And then I joined the Enclave, and frankly, it was amazing. And a big part of the reason that I'm in the Enclave is because I can say things here and not risk being kicked out of the guild and vilified and, have my name dragged through the mud. Sure, that happens anyway, but it happens the people who are doing it are people who I don't give two shits about, so I don't really care. So, I will say this. I very, very, very dearly wish that certain people the other night had better judgment and spoken up and maybe certain things wouldn't have happened.
Well, I think everything could be left in the past.
I think if you really want answers like that, you have to ask Buzz directly about those things, and he has to be the one to tell you certain things.
And I think the other thing too is, rather than being divisive and fleeing shit at each other, that so many of you desperately want to do, is just to bury the fucking hatchet. And if people want to go, let them go. And if people want to stay, let them stay.
Yeah,
I say stay and
question-
make it feel stronger than ever.
The question is, can we just fucking sit on this for a week? Can we really just sit on this and wait to see when you're unbanned and fucking do this week?
Well, he's unbanned right now.
Right now?
Suspended.
Oh, he's suspended. Sorry. So can we just sit on this then?
So what's your ideal outcome?
I mean, there is no ideal outcome here. I don't see a fucking world where the SJWs don't beat you this.
I'm in this guild for 3 days.
Let 'em-
I think
can't let 'em win, man.
20%.
I just don't see a fucking world. There are thousands of people fucking making manual reports with your fucking tweet in it and trying to fucking get you. I don't see a
And
world
you
where
know
they
what?
don't win.
I went on Reddit earlier. I went on Reddit earlier, and I
Well, that
made
was
a
your
little
mistake for
post.
going on Reddit.
I made a little post saying, "Horrigan got permaban, guys. We won." And you know what? All the retards stopped manual reporting him because they're retards.
That's actually a good plan.
A lot of people also on that post were saying, "Hey, we know who did it. Good job, guys. You finally." I like to
Like-
say something, okay, about how this whole operation went down. If you have something you need to say to him, and he's not taking you seriously, you need to pull this motherfucker aside. I'm talking about Buzz here, and talk to him, force him to talk to you. If you let it fester like it did, like this, with the arcane crystals or the rune cloth or whatever the fuck it is, and then it boils over in this back alley fucking meeting at 1
But
o'clock
like
in
I
the
said,
morning.
there was no cloak and dagger shit. Buzz was there, just not in the channel. Like I said.
Well, I will say this: people definitely need to bully me when it comes to wanting to talk about certain things.
I would, yeah, like you can't.
But you ignored them,
He's
Horrigan.
a man. You can fucking
sounds
pull
like
aside.
they
and
tried.
talk to him.
We tried.
No,
You
they
just
didn't
ignore
try.
people.
You didn't try
Yeah,
hard
like
enough.
they tried. What do you mean they didn't try hard enough? How bullshit is that?
It's
Try
not.
and bring up a topic. You don't have to.
You're listening to him right now. He's a reasonable person.
Yes, but he ignores
not gonna
people.
ignore you.
He just said. He
Well,
just
you
said
fucking-
you
On to me,
bullied
money.
me.
So is
What are
that
you
Blue
talking
Magic saying I ignore people?
No, you just don't respond, and I don't know what to say to you afterwards. It's just I asked you
There are
something.
other people talking to him.
I don't know how many times.
Blue Magic.
Try again.
Blue Magic. Let me say something. You constantly talking about getting into a raid. You're worried about your raid slots. I brought you to a raid. Did I not?
I know you're the man of your promise. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just joking.
Okay, well this isn't a time
It's
for
not
that.
the time to joke.
Okay.
Well, listen, I took a suspension, and the GM on the phone told me these were the exact words that he told me. Enclave's on kill on sight on the list. That's what he told me, and then he told me that no matter how many times.
About GM?
Proofer, shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
No, dude.
Wait, this story's cool.
No, I got suspended the same day that most of the people got suspended for 3 days, and the next day I called him 7 o'clock in the morning, and the GM told me that he's not supposed to say this, but the guild Enclave is on kill on sight list. That's what he told me.
Who cares?
How the hell did you talk to a GM?
What?
Like a
You
bunch of
called
dogs
him
over the
saying-
phone.
They don't even have a support number anymore.
Yes, they do.
How did you talk to a GM over the phone?
Hey
guys,
can we also
please get back on
I will
track
say
here,
this.
or like, are we
So-
done?
No, because that's whatever, dude.
All right, you can shut the fuck up. Go ahead, Buzz.
All right. So what I was going to say is, you say there's no ideal outcome. Well, there certainly is. So, what is your ideal outcome then, Molten?
I mean, at this point, they've already separated. Why not just fucking make a new guild? What's the harm there?
Was the harm in what?
Harm in making a new guild.
Because we're the Enclave.
Because we want to play with Buzz.
I mean, we're not the
And not
Enclave without Buzz.
Buzz is gonna be here.
That's
And-
another personal attack, and you can't guarantee that. And I can't guarantee the other thing. So why my fucking solution was why not just sit on it?
But you didn't sit on it.
You keep
So-
trying to
Again-
villainize
So
him.
what
What
if
do you want?
what if I'm not banned?
Yeah, what happens if you then I don't know. People go back. pretty sure we're just raiding this week. That was the plan. Do you have any other plans to fucking change that?
I'm getting real fucking tired of people like Malorn trying to assassinate Molten over this.
You called that a mutiny. Again, like I said, you sat there the entire time we're having a discussion, and we knew damn well that you were telling Buzz the entire time. So we sat there and allowed you to fucking talk to Buzz because he couldn't join the
Kaiser was on the phone with him the whole time when he was in channel.
And
Stop framing it like a mutiny.
It's ridiculous that you have this idea because all you care about is power, but you take zero accountability for any of your actions.
Well,
if
I
you
would
cared
say
about
this,
the guild, you wouldn't have left
do you
either.
think that
If you left
if
the
there
guild.
was any ill intent with whatever the officers did, when we got control of the guild, when Zaves had control of the guild, we would have just disbanded it on the spot, okay? No, we didn't do that. We handed it over to somebody, all right? We handed it to a neutral party. This is the way that we handled it as professionally as we could. We waited
because you
until
want to
Buzz.
steal all the
we
other
waited
members
until
in the
the
guild.
Yeah, Malorn, I will say this.
If you
Malorn,
deleted the
I
guild,
understand
nobody
where you're
would join
coming
you.
from. I see what you're saying, Malorn, but I think everybody is. I still think everybody's on the same team.
I mean, I'd like to
So-
be on the same team.
So I think everybody's on the same team, and I think that if I need to go away for a while, then let you guys run the guild for a bit.
I would like everybody to be on the same
Absolutely not.
team, but we're always we're having this petty little shit.
Can I say
Can
something?
we just fucking bury the hatchet and just fucking stop this shit right now? Especially with Malorn and whatever else the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I would say this. I would say you guys need to just stop fighting. And Mol, if you want to be on the same team, and you think I should go away for a while, I can just go away for a bit.
I want to have a talk. I want to have a legitimate discussion with you before we do.
We really want to have a one-on-one with you.
We want to have a heart-to-heart with you before we do that. Anything.
May I say something?
I mean, everything that I think I've done and most of these people have done, despite the framing by some people, is because we fucking care. And I know there's the fucking fringe trolls that are just like, LOL, no you don't. But the people that know the situation understand that.
Who wanted to talk earlier?
Yeah,
Who
I-
wanted to talk earlier?
Me.
Hey, just hold on. Just hold on. So just from someone that's been here for a very long fucking time, not to like throw the EP down, but it's just interesting to me that this is one of the first times I've ever seen there been like a division between what I would call the leaders of the guild, or like the core. And me not having played much, like I don't have much of this context, but it's a bit disconcerting to me that there's definitely two camps here. And a lot of us don't have the information required to make an educated decision. And because I feel like we're spinning our tires here, this is crazy, by the way, for those who don't know, can spell the fucking name. Just it feels like we're spinning our tires. I would really personally appreciate it if that core would take it among themselves to meet on their own, who have all the context to try and nail things out. Because I don't see us accomplishing anything here other than fucking
Same
spinning
here.
our tires and making retarded shit.
That's kind of the
Yeah,
point.
I agree. I think
We would rather have a one-on-one.
That's what we want to
or-
do. We
I-
didn't
I
want to
think,
have a
I
fucking
would rather talk to
300-man
you,
meeting
but-
because most
Yeah.
people are just going to
It-
shit
it's
sling.
just a
This
shit
is
show
just
of-
kind of just to like keep it down here. Like I appreciate that there's this many people here that care. And for someone that's been here for like 15 fucking years, it's impressive to me that online thing is this stable still at this. But this is accomplishing nothing at this point. It's becoming ridiculous seeing people attack each other in chat.
Well, at the same time, we're not hearing everything, though.
I understand that, which is
If
why
you
I'm
want to
saying
hear
I don't-
that, you have to ask.
You're not going to hear everything.
Shut up.
Go ahead, sorry.
There's clearly personal things going on that are out of the game, and what sounds to me like very deeply personal.
It's personal
which I don't
things that
think
have
any,
anything
which
to
I don't
do
think
with-
any of us
it's
are privy to
personal
hear.
thing- I'll say this: it's not legal. That's it.
It's not legal in the.
This is why I'm saying none like we don't. I don't need to fucking know. Like the people that know, and that's it. But you guys, as like this is pointless. I think we should just call it here. You
So,
guys
to
need to
give
go
you
aside
some
and take care of
context, it is emotional and health related.
Yeah, that's why I figured this is pointless, guys. I think we should just call it here. This is getting fucking ridiculous. You guys as the core need to go on your sides at your own time and talk about it, and then we need to reconvene again when you're done. But this is insane. Like, we need to stop,
All right.
please.
So, do you guys, at the best case scenario, do people here want to keep the guild going?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Yes.
I think
Fuck
I
yeah.
was
Yes.
under the impression.
Oh, that was easy.
Come back, Horrigan. Come back. Don't go.
I don't know.
out.
I would like to hear from Molten.
This is not how Buzz should go down.
Well,
I mean, Arclight.
I thought-
Hang on. Arclight. I mean, this is the shit that I'm trying to address. Though, there's a lot of shit flinging. I would love everybody just to bury the fucking hatchet. If you want to go, whatever. But right now, being divisive and being a little fucking shit kicker in the background is going to help.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should go. I think you guys should make up for my failings, and I should try and get better.
I mean, we had this discussion.
That's all I want.
I already said it. I care that you that we can. I mean, we've proven that we have 4 fucking raid groups.
This is gonna sound weird.
The only thing we're talking about is if you potentially got banned, what do we do there? Because
then it's a power leveling data mark.
Yeah, right. Like just make
level
it
do counts.
that even something you would want to do.
I'd rather just level people up in the guild.
It's like I said before. If Buzz gets banned, that just means we're not going to play under the Enclave name on the classic Wild Grobulus server.
I don't want to.
If people want to play and make another raid, that's fine. A lot of people, they're gonna leave because they want to play in the Enclave with our leader, and we will play as a community. If people really care about the community and they really want to play with each other and raid with each other, we're gonna make a new raid, and it's gonna be strong as fuck. But if you really think that everything's gonna crumble just because Buzz is gone, we're gonna miss Buzz. He's the main part of this guild, right? But it doesn't mean we're not going to play the game. It doesn't mean we can spend time with each other. It doesn't mean we can stop playing games as a whole, as a community. It's just fucking World of Warcraft. We've spent so much time not playing games for the longest time. Does it really bother you? I don't feel confident about that. You shouldn't either.
You can't
imagine video
games
game.
At 1 a.m. Like behind his back.
Again,
it wasn't behind his back.
Water it wasn't here.
Well, I understand what's going on.
Buzz, can you fucking put this to rest?
So I'm gonna interject this. I was getting information from from Kaiser and all that, but again,
he couldn't get in the fucking server.
I couldn't get into Discord
because
because it's being silly.
But he was there. All right.
So the thing is this. So I will say this. I think everybody here wants to have a stronger Enclave. I think even people that left. But for there to be a stronger Enclave, a stronger Buzz.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And that takes time.
Despite all of this, this is going to sound weird because I'm not actually in the guild. But
my issue is it's disingenuous to think it's just you who needs to improve.
No, it's just me.
No, all of us.
It's not.
Improve.
Yeah, no, it's really a communication issue. It shouldn't have gone.
It's massive disinformation, massive communication issues, and everybody just needs to fucking chill out. If you need to sit on it for a week, that's fucking great. But right now, all this disinformation, all this bullshit that's been flinging, has just divided a fuck ton of you. And we all just need, from now on, is to fucking bury the hatchet and chill the fuck out.
I mean,
I'll admit that when
thing someone just said earlier, where it's like everyone's got to improve themselves. That's probably true, but you got to remember, just like the Enclave's always had since the early days, a big ass target site on it, and they're just gonna take every chance they can to swing at it whenever you let your guard down. And it just, as Buzz as being a public figurehead and a very closely monitored one by people looking for opportunities to fuck with them and us. Yes, but like in the sense of like, I would just frame it in the sense of like, just don't put you and but therefore like the guild in a bad. I don't know. I don't want to say like we should like thought police ourselves or shit like that. But
no, I need to.
It's all about optics.
Yeah.
Watch your fucking optics.
We have to come to this point.
You can fucking all you want and call me optics cuck, but yeah, it does fucking work sometimes.
Well, I mean, just look at Blizzard. I mean, they're clearly in the blue hair category.
I want to clarify. I think somebody misunderstood. There isn't anything legal going on for me.
It's non-legal issue.
Non-legal.
Oh my God, you guys with their conspiracy theories.
It's physical and emotional issues. It is not legal.
Oh, I was thinking you were doing something fun, like making SPRs or something, but now you just...
Yeah, when you said it was not legal, it sounded like you were doing something really...
Yeah, let me rephrase that. It is not an illegal thing. That's
running a meth lab or something.
Well, now my hopes are dashed, Buzz. I'm just...
I wonder what he's doing. Breaking Buzz.
Not making coat hanger machine guns.
I really think people just need to decide to do what's right for them. I mean, you can sit here, you can argue. Like I said, I'm not even in the guild, but I've been tracking Enclave for months now since pre-launch, and I will be joining you guys. It just takes me time to level. It does. I don't have the time to do anything but raid.
Well,
so
fucking join now. Goddamn.
But my point is, you got to decide what's right for you. All guilds will be like this. All guilds are gonna have a problem. If it ain't right for you, get the fuck out. I'm going to go where the best guild is. And right now, my research shows that's the Enclave.
So if there's another guild better than the Enclave, you'll go join them.
And
Well,
I
at this
definitely
point, I'm going to end this before I go, but I want to say this. What I can answer what I ideally is. I ideally want everybody to get back together and to set up a system where I can disappear for a little bit.
I'd like.
I don't think that's necessarily it. It's just to set up an open line of communication.
Well, not disappear like as in leave and like go away for like.
I don't want to be Buzz needs a vacation.
I mean,
I don't need to go away. I just need to not be.
Can I just
fucking out, man?
Can I just like make a proposal for you guys because it seems like we're just continue dragging our feet. Would it be okay? Again, this is crazy asking this for Buzz and I guess the core. Could you guys, let's just say, I don't care who's in what guild right now. Fuck, Jesus Christ, we haven't had a game to play in 30 fucking years. We can wait 2 weeks. Can you guys please maybe give yourselves 2 weeks? Everyone do whatever the fuck they want until the 16th. You guys take it aside, sort yourselves out, figure out how you want to work it out with the core, the people that are willing to put the work in to run the guild, and then come back and call a meeting and let us know what's going on. In my opinion, I feel like that'd be the best way forward because clearly there's things that not everyone needs to fucking know.
I concur.
Somebody said it best. People in here can't make a decision if they don't have all the facts. So coming up with
so can you guys please
is not helping anything.
That would be my proposal. Can you guys please take it amongst yourselves to organize yourselves and in like a week or two call another meeting and have everything at least sorted or agreed upon. And then we can go from there because this is just like I said, we're just talking about the same shit over and over again.
I would personally like for us to continue raiding, obviously, regardless of what guild tag we had that discussion. Is that regardless of what guild you're in?
We still have raids to do for sure.
If you're on a raid team, be in the raid team. If you want to play the game, play the game.
It sounds to me like
what I will be
things can continue as business as usual then, right?
Yeah, I'll continue to take a break away from being Enclave admin for the time being. And just
I want to make a comment if I can. If I could sneak in.
God.
Sure.
I want to make my motherfucker.
No, my 2 cents.
So,
Here's my 2 cents.
Say what you want to say, Gilnigger.
So a lot of people who are at each other's throats because you don't want to keep it real and communicate with each other like a human being and reach an honest compromise. You should try to keep it real with each other and communicate with each other and reach an honest compromise. There's no reason to have any kind of hostility. If you have a problem, you need to express yourself. And you need to come up with something, anything, even if it means, oh, I'm not going to be on this raiding team. I want to raid with somebody else, or I want to make my own raid. That's totally fine. And I feel like a lot of the drama that's happening tonight is caused by a long-term issue, caused by the lack of transparency about our guild's goals and, the donations and miscommunication about how issues are handled.
Hold on.
Okay.
Who the fuck is that?
It's just a shitty open mic.
Push to talk. Everybody should push to talk.
Right, so it's
Harvey.
damn son.
Meeting's over. All right.
All right. So we wanted to talk
Can
tonight.
we have?
Needs
can
to be
we have,
water under the.
Yeah, we did.
Officer core meeting like right now after
Yeah,
this
yeah,
without
yeah.
everybody
Can I-
else.
can I please
All right,
you
well,
guys
then
do that?
come on the channel then, or Nep.
Buzz, he's there.
If anybody wants an invite to the Enclave, message Shogun or Felicia. Thank.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop back on. I'm gonna message you, Shogun.
That's fine. Available for everybody. who'd
Malorn,
like
your
to be
mic hasn't
back
been working
in.
this whole time.
Where are we meeting at?
Real members fucking